Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dean's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one is going to be doing a Walking Dead Season 10 discussion topic video. This one is one that I had to do after the Season 10 trailer. I mean, at least once a day I go back and watch that trailer. It's just, oh man, it looks so good. Season 10 looks absolutely amazing. But I definitely wanted to do a video talking about Michonne, and I've been intending to do this ever since the trailer came out for The Walking Dead Season 10. How do I think Michonne's going to leave? And does the trailer give us any kind of evidence or anything for, Michonne's exit? So, I did a video yesterday talking about how The Walking Dead Season 10 is filming out of order, so definitely go ahead and check out that video if you want to get some information on that. But they are doing that just to fit Michonne's or Denai Guerrero's schedule. So, which means that they actually are we're not going to see Michonne's last episode until the second half of the season, talking, episode 12, 13, 14, somewhere around that time. So, that means that whatever her exit is in the TV series is only going to be shown in the second half. And that in the first half of Season 10, we're going to be able to enjoy seeing Michonne all the way up until, March, probably February-ish at earliest, when she actually leaves the show. So that's really, really cool. I really like that a lot, that they're filming out of order, so they can have Michonne in more episodes and stuff like that in the second half, and they can have Denai Guerrero in most of Season 10, which I think would be really cool. Just kind of spread out through episodes. So, how will Michonne leave? So, I grabbed The Walking Dead issue 139. I grabbed issue 139 and issue 140. Issue 140 is not too necessary, but I grabbed it anyway because these two kind of spill into each other when it comes to a certain storyline with Michonne in the comics. Now, I want to discuss something real quick in this video is, I want to discuss Michonne's exit in the comics. Not exit, but Michonne is gone for a little bit in the comics, so I definitely want to discuss that. So let's get The Walking Dead issue 139 out, and I'll tell you guys, why I'm going to be talking about this. So, of course, for people that don't read the comics, you might want to, if you want to know, I guess it's not that big a deal, but we will go into some comic spoilers just on Michonne's exit real quick. So, Alright, so basically in the comics, I do want to kind of do a little bit of an explain here real quick too. Michonne is actually never with Rick. Andrea in the comics survives on longer. Now, for people that read the comics, this is probably going to bore you, but it'll just take a second. Just for people that only watch the TV show. But anyway, Michonne is basically not with Rick in the comics, she is with Ezekiel. And Carol in the comics actually doesn't even exist. At least the Carol we have in the TV show doesn't exist. She's a very different person, and Carol in the comics died at the prison, so, it's very different, and she was not even really the same character. So, basically, long story short, we get to see that Michonne is not with Rick, Andrea is in the comics. Andrea never was with the governor or anything like that, and, they were together. So, Michonne was never with Rick, but Michonne was actually with Ezekiel in the comics, and she took Carol's storyline in the TV show. Now, they kind of did a twist in the Season 9 finale where they actually, she took off the wedding ring and stuff, and, Ezekiel and Carol are not together anymore. So, obviously in the Season 10 trailer, to our surprise, we saw Michonne kissing Ezekiel. So, they're obviously doing that comic storyline now with Michonne and Ezekiel, which I thought they already kind of were going to be covering with Carol and Ezekiel, but they kind of twisted that. So, in the comics, after All Out War, Michonne basically decides to kind of not be in a relationship with Ezekiel, not go back to the kingdom with him. She basically leaves, and Michonne leaves after All Out War, the war with Negan, and goes out on a boat. So she returns after a long while, and Rick, who's standing right here, sees her coming back to back to Alexandria and stuff, and to all the communities. And there's Michonne in the boat, with a couple others too. So there's Rick, and he's, so happy to see Michonne. And if I can actually get to the page in the comics where Michonne actually shows up, let's see, right here. So, here it is right here, Michonne coming back after being on the boat for, a long time, and Michonne actually returns and sees Ezekiel again, which at that time, Michonne's, in the comics, Michonne is with Ezekiel. So, in the TV show, Michonne is going to be with Ezekiel. We see that in the trailer. Now, are they tricking us or something like that? They obviously could be. Of course they will. The trailer has to be tricking us in some kind of capacity. Walking Dead trailers always trick us. The only trailer they didn't trick us with was season, I think, like, 8 and 9. aside from that, every season they trick us with the trailers. It's actually ridiculous. I'm like, oh my god, like it's just like there's a scene with like in season 5 where Gareth is like, we're gonna go to Washington and cure this thing. Never happened. Morgan versus Rick, never happened. Like wasn't there even a trailer at one part where they were talking about leaving the prison and then they didn't even leave until like a half season after that? Like, I'm just like, oh man, and it's only because the governor forced them out. So, the trailers for The Walking Dead trick you. So, Michonne and Ezekiel definitely could be a trick in the trailer. I'm not gonna lie. But if so, she obviously is taking comic Michonne's storyline finally, which means, will Michonne, because we know Denai Guerrero is leaving, and this is really the big question of this video, and this is what I want to ask you guys. Do you think Michonne will leave on a boat like she did in the comics? And that's really the question of this video. So, I want to answer that in this video. So, Michonne leaving in the TV show is something they're definitely, I mean, I hope, Angela Kang even said it at the panel, which I found kind of funny. She's like, I hope we didn't screw it up. So, that obviously means that, the Michonne's last episode is definitely nearing, and, they've either already filmed Michonne's last episode, but I don't think they have, or they're about to, really, really soon. And, will she leave on a boat? Because we see a lot of scenes of the ocean and, boat and this and that. And we even see Michonne on a boat at one part, kind of, driving around and stuff. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe they could do it, but not actually have Michonne return, because Denai Guerrero, this is her last season on Walking Dead Forever, so you could have Michonne leave on a boat and that be it. Now, why would Michonne leave on a boat if they do take that comic storyline? That's the thing they're going to have to try to, fix. Now, will they do some kind of Rick Easter egg and she'll find out Rick's alive and she goes on a boat and stuff and looks for him? I don't know. I gotta think there's another reason for her to do that, if so. But, I see a lot of scenes in the trailer of Michonne, holding Lucille at one part, and obviously something's going on. So, I just don't feel like, I feel like that's one thing they might be tricking us with. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I look at the comics, and I look at, this issue right here, and then, the Walking Dead issue 140, around this time when Michonne kind of comes back, and I'm just like, well, they're not going to have her come back, they're going to have her leave. So, why would she leave? If she found out Rick was alive, maybe she would, but it's like, why would she go on a boat? This is the kind of stuff they're going to have to work out. But, from everything I'm seeing in the trailer, I think that what they're going to do, they're going to have Carol take that comic storyline. And that's what I really want to address in this video. I think Carol's going to be the one that leaves on a boat. And I could be wrong about it, but, I think Carol is actually going to go on a boat and come back after a little while, and then we'll get the scene where Daryl's just like, sorry if I didn't want my best friends to spend her whole life on a boat, and she's like, best friend, and then you guys know what the rest of that scene is, but, I love that scene, but, anyway, I think that Carol will still take comic Michonne's storyline. Even though she's broken up with Ezekiel, I don't think that says that she's done with that role. So, I think that Michonne, Denai Guerrero's exit will be different. I think that they're going to do something different, and I don't think she will be leaving on a boat. I just don't. I think she'll either go looking for Rick, and not on a boat, just simply go looking for Rick, or they're going to have Michonne be... Now, I hate this idea, but... they could, if they wanted to, kill her off. There is no guarantee, but I just feel like there is no right death. I was even talking to some of you guys in the comments, and, I was saying, there just is no right death for Michonne. She's one of those characters, it's like, how do you kill off a character like that? They couldn't even kill off Rick because they're just like, Rick is too awesome. We have to have some Rick movies and stuff like this. So, I don't know. I feel like Michonne will not leave on the boat. I feel like they're kind of trying to make us think that. And I feel like Carol will probably leave on a boat for a little while, less amount of time than the comics, and then return, and, she'll have that scene with Daryl and all that kind of stuff. So, that is just my thoughts on it. I'm gonna say they're gonna skip the Michonne on the boat thing, and they'll probably give this to Carol. In terms of Michonne's exit on the show, I mean, going looking for Rick is a good idea, but honestly, if they want to kill her off, I don't think it's impossible. I just don't like the idea. I really don't. I think that killing off Michonne would be a very, very, very serious thing to do. So, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. How do you think Michonne will leave? Will it be on the boat and you disagree with me? Or do you think Carol will take that like I think so? Or do you think they'll remix it? Or they'll just simply kill her off? Or have her go looking for Rick? Friggs, I don't know. I just, it's like at this point, I really don't know what they're going to do. But... Anyway, really looking forward to how they do it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they have her exit the show, because it's going to be awesome. So if you're new here, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos, and I'll catch you guys really soon for another video. Peace out.